Finally, a day of housekeeping and bringing stuff in order, iPhone up to date, Mac up to date, and something that necessarily had to happen finally. I'm getting the Artlist license for some music. You already got a little bit of a taste of it because now I can add amazing music to the stuff that I'm doing. But for me to be able to add that music to this video, I will have to sign up for this. So let's get going here. One of the biggest things about video making let's just adjust this a little bit so it's not as crooked. One of the biggest things about music in the last few weeks I've been making these videos was always finding the right music for the track and for the video that I want to make. And additionally, as you may have noticed in the last 2 or 3 videos, I was really upset with the YouTube algorithm just finding those tracks and claiming them, even though they are like very short in the videos, and also I thought that they were actually offered for free and properly made in terms of licensing. But turns out they weren't, and now with my own work and with some client projects, I just have to find a safer and better solution for this. And this is one of the solutions that I know that it exists out there. I also know that there's Epidemic Sound, obviously. Artlist is one, and there's a third one that I just currently don't remember the name of. I researched all these kind of music licensing services, but specifically came down to Artlist out of 2 or 3 main reasons. One of the main things about Artlist versus Epidemic Sound is that Epidemic Sound is kind of limited to your own channel and also to YouTube specifically. I've had contact with them and they said it's fine if you share the music on Facebook or Instagram, for example, but you cannot use it for client projects or your podcast, for example. Then you have to buy additional licensing. And in that regard, Artlist is completely different. I had a lot of email back and forth while choosing and deciding which platform to go with. And basically, Artlist allows me as a contractor to work for other people, and when I create videos or, for example, a podcast intro for them, then I can use the whole music library at my disposal for these client projects, and that is exactly what I was looking for right now. I want to up my own creation game for my own videos, and I also want to be able to use these audio tracks in the videos that I create for clients, as well as podcast intros and other kind of creations, courses, and stuff like that. A second reason for me to go with this platform versus Epidemic Sound is that they actually have just a very flat, simple pricing, which is $200 for a whole year. And with Epidemic Sound, it kind of depends on how many users you have on your account, how many subscribers you have. And I don't really like that pricing model. And again, it's just that it's tied to your YouTube account, and I want to be more free in my creations. I want to be able to create things for clients as well as for my own channel. The one downside of Artlist versus Epidemic Sound is that Artlist doesn't have sound effects as of right now, and I might just talk to them and see if they have plans for that in the future. But at the moment, you can just find music tracks on Artlist, and on Epidemic Sound you also have a huge library of sound effects, like some whooshing or doors closing, footsteps, and all that kind of stuff, which certainly is a great value if you are looking for a library for that for your own creations, or if you work on client projects where they are willing to pay for the specific licensing if they if you want to create something for them and they want to use that on their own platform, on their own accounts and stuff like that. But let's get set up with Artlist so I can actually use this stuff. So first things first, I'm already logged in, and when you're logged into this account, you can actually already preview all the music tracks and just listen to them like this. And you can browse the whole library before you even buy it. And that was a great feature for me in the last few days. I was working with a client and checking if this is actually a possibility for us to use this. And we already found a couple of songs that we want to use in future projects. So I already have some collections, and now I can just get the license and then download the files that I need. So let's set up this licensing, and obviously this will be blurry on the screen because I don't want to share my credit card information with the whole world. And again, Artlist is a $200 billed annually fee. And with all of that being set up, Christoph, subscribe now. And they're processing my payment to be able to use this. And the payment is done. So now I can start browsing the whole library and also can download all the tracks that I wanted to use. For example, here I have already downloaded a couple of the songs, and now I can just click and download the WAV file and also click, what is this, L? So what I just found out is that once you have the license, you can not only download the MP3 version, you can download the WAV file version, and on top of that, you can also download a license. This is the little L button on the screen here. It's basically you downloading a license in a PDF format. So for example, you can give that to your client or something similar, that this song is actually licensed and you don't have to worry about the rights on that. And with that done, I now have the full song that we want to use in this track, and I can use the whole WAV file. And with that set up, I hope I will never have this kind of licensing issue on YouTube again, as long as I keep using music from a library like this one, and they have been adding new music every month. And I hope they will just keep doing that and add new music to the library. I think these services will just become more and more important nowadays. It's a super cool concept, and for $200 I think it's really a no-brainer. And one thing that is really cool with this service is that as you become a subscriber, you also become eligible for their affiliate offer, and that gives me 2 months for free, and it also gives you 2 months for free, and that is something that is definitely a really cool idea. And so I will have the link in the description below to Artlist. If you're interested in the service, please feel free to sign up through that, and it would support me, and you get 2 months for free as well. And if you don't, just sign up by yourself. I actually think that this is today's end. I just love these sunsets around this like lake view. Having the water around is just something else compared to normal living situations where I grew up. But this is a calming sunset, some nature, discovering this little spider over there, and finally having proper music to work with. So with that being said, I will make sure to bring another video tomorrow. Stay awesome, have an amazing day, subscribe, comment, like the video if you liked it, and I will see you back here tomorrow with a different video. Now enjoy this sunset for a little bit, come on.